Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of July, the remainder of July. We're going to take a look at your past, your present, and your near future energies. Also, Scorpio, if you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. Okay. I like this energy for you. Well, your recent past energy is great. And again, this could be your energy or your person's energy. Energies do go both ways, so take it as it resonates. Well, you're definitely in your power this month when it comes to the main energy for your reading. The Death is your card, which is showing me that you're very confident, you're very stable, you're very much like clear-headed. I know what I want, I know what I feel, I know what direction I want to move in, and it's pretty clear when it comes to your cards. Now, in the recent past, you get the World, the Judgment, the Ace of Wands. You made a decision to close out a chapter here. You're showing me, in the recent past, I made a decision to completely close something out, put it to rest, put an end to it, and then now I'm starting brand new. I'm starting with a brand new beginning here. I'm creating my own existence from a place of passion. Excuse me. What lights me up inside, what brings me a lot of happiness. In the current situation, you get the King of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Swords. You're definitely very drawn to something. You're very attracted to something or someone, but you keep stopping yourself from pursuing whatever this is because you're showing me, look, I have this passion. I'm drawn to this person. I'm attracted to them. However, I need to be logical about this. I need to be practical. I need to make sure that I don't let my feelings take over. And so what you're doing is you're trying to take your emotions, take your desires out of the equation, and basically be very logical, very practical, very cold almost in whatever decision you're making, which is why I feel like you're not actually moving towards this person or away from them. In the near future, you get the Three of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. There's definitely a desire to reconcile here with somebody that you see long-term potential with, somebody that you see a future with, somebody that you see yourself being able to build a long-term sustainable relationship with. However, there's also an energy here of you stressing out. And when I see the Nine of Swords in between these two energies, this is letting me know this is what I want. This is the desire that I have. But I'm freaking out about whether or not I can make it happen or not. So let's take a look. I want to take a look at the Death, which is the main energy for your reading this month. It's also your energy, your own power. For the Death, you get the Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles. There's definitely a soul connection showing up here for you. And I feel like this person at some point, or even in the current situation, is bringing in a lot of emotional stability for you. They make you feel very balanced. They make you feel very like good and stable and fulfilled emotionally. However, you're also showing me that you're very confused about this. It's almost like you have a hard time sticking to one decision. Like one day you feel great, the next day you don't. One day you feel like they're balancing you out, the next day you feel like they're destabilizing you. So there's a little bit of back and forth in this soul connection, at least based on what you're showing me. Let's take a look at the recent past. I'm going to start off by clarifying the World for you and the recent past. The World is clarified by the Emperor, the Death again, and the Seven of Wands. You made a very, very big decision here in the recent past. You're showing me you chose to end something. You chose to close out a chapter here between you and somebody else, and you made it from a place of practicality, stability, confidence. You're showing me this was too much work. Like this person or whatever this is, right? It could be a job. It could be a person. Take it as it resonates. They were giving me too much push. Like they were pushing back. They were resisting. It was like too difficult with them. There was too much resistance with them. And you know what? If I look at this without emotions, right? If I look at this from a very practical, confident, empowered position, I know that it was the right decision to put an end to this, to close that chapter. And that's what you made that decision from. Now, I feel like part of you didn't really want to fully end this, but you're showing me like from a little bit of an ego, also a little bit of an ego standpoint, you're like, yeah, this person, this needed to end. We needed to close this chapter out. Let's take a look at the Judgment in the recent past. The Judgment is clarified by the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, You definitely made a decision regarding this relationship, this connection. And again, for some of you, it could have been a marriage or one of those very intense relationships that feel like a marriage. And you're showing me, I made this decision to end it. This is what works for me. But there is a little bit of self-deception here for you, because you're showing me, oh, I put an end to this, but I know we're going to have a new beginning at some point. So it's almost like you ended this relationship with the knowledge that there's going to be a reconciliation at some point in the future. And so I do see a little bit of self-sabotaging energy here. Maybe your ego took over. Maybe your ego was like, hey, you know, this person, they're putting up too many walls, too much resistance. I can't tolerate this, so I'm going to put an end to this. And, you know, when ego is involved, it could be a little bit of self-sabotage, because you're also showing me, yeah, but I know that at some point we're going to have a brand new beginning in love. So why end it in the first place? Let's take a look at the Ace of Wands in the recent past for you. Ace of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Chariot, and the Temperance. Again, you know that in due time, you guys are going to have a brand new beginning, that you're going to move towards this brand new beginning. You don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but it's almost like you're showing me, like, I know that I'm going to have options, I'm going to have choices, like this new beginning, whether it's rekindling it with this person or having a completely brand new beginning with somebody that you're very attracted to, I know it's going to happen. Given enough time, you know, divine timing is at play, and you're showing me that twice here. I know that if I give it enough time, it's going to happen. I'm going to move in that direction. There's really no worries here, but I do feel like there was a bit of ego, more than a bit. There was quite a bit of ego here in the recent past in whatever decision you made. Let's take a look at the King of Wands in the current situation, and this could be you, this could be your person. Take it as it resonates. King of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Magician. You're showing me here that you're manifesting clarity about something. It's almost like you, on the surface, right? You're showing up as somebody very confident, very in control, very much like I got a handle on things. But deep down, that's not the case. That's only on the surface, because deep down, there's a lack of clarity here. And you're showing me I'm manifesting clarity. I'm manifesting understanding what the heck is going on in this situation, whether it's internal, with somebody else. It's like whoever this person is on the surface, they appear very confident, very cool, collected, like nothing bothers them. But deep, deep down, they're a mess. They just like don't know what's happening. They don't know how to proceed. It's almost like they're so confused, and they feel like, oh my God, I need to put up this facade, put up this front, and protect myself, because I don't actually know what the hell is going on. Let's take a look at the Hanged Man in the current situation. Hangman is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the World. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It's showing up a lot in your reading. So what I do see here is that somebody's not really doing much. It's almost like they chose to end something, right? Or something ended between you and them, and they've kind of just been stuck in that energy ever since. They're just sitting there in this energy of like, just nothing is moving, nothing is budging. The energies are just stuck and they're stagnant. And this person is also not really doing much. They're kind of sitting there in their little teapot, just like, okay, things ended. And like, okay, well, what are you going to do? Do you want them back? Do you want to move? I don't know. I'm just going to close my eyes and pretend like everything's okay. Now, again, I do feel like this is coming from a place of immaturity, especially because they're showing me the Page of Wands here. This is very childish, very immature behavior, right? When something ends and you're kind of confused, instead of trying to figure out a solution and move forward from it, whatever this person's doing, it's literally just like, I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything, and I'm going to wait for somebody to come in and solve this problem for me. Okay, if you say so. Let's take a look at the Queen of Swords in the current situation for you. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, which you got in the same row in the recent past, and the Justice. Somebody here does want to set things right. They're showing me they're in a position of evaluating and assessing whether or not the situation can be set right, whether or not there could be a reconciliation here, whether or not this spark that you two shared at some point can actually come back, right? They do want to set things right. They want to restore divine balance, but they're trying to be very practical and logical about this. They're trying to look at this from a place where the emotions are taken away, where there's no emotion and it's all logic. It's all practicality. And they're like, okay, does this make sense on paper? Is this a logical decision for me to want to pursue this, to rekindle this, to bring this connection back? Does it make sense on paper? Forget my emotions, forget my desires. Can I actually see this happening? You know, if I add 1 plus 1, is it going to equal 2 or not? Let's take a look at the near future. I want to take a look at the Three of Cups in the near future for you. Three of Cups is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person does, as far as they're concerned, they do want a long-term connection with you. They do want a stable relationship. They want a reconciliation. Like, they can see this relationship going the distance. And they're showing me the Ten of Pentacles twice in the near future. If it was up to them, they would go ahead and pursue that. They would take the necessary steps to make this connection happen, to make this relationship come to the surface, to make this reconciliation happen. But they're waiting. They're still waiting. There's a bit of an energy, like I said, of immaturity here, where I know what I want, but I don't know if it's 100% guaranteed that if I put in the work, it's going to happen. So I'm just not going to put in the work, and I'm not going to do anything, and I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait for something to happen. I'm going to wait for the other person to make a move. Lots and lots of waiting here, both in the current situation and in the near future. Let's take a look at the Nine of Swords in the near future. Nine of Swords is clarified by the Moon, the Star, the Page of Swords. Again, this person really wants this. They really, really do want this in the near future. They're showing me this is my deepest desire. But then, all around this desire, fears and doubts and insecurities and lack of clarity. And I don't know. And is this going to happen? And I'm not sure. And it's just lots and lots of anxiety. Like, they have their core desire. They know what they want, which is this relationship. It's this reconciliation. But then that's like the core. And then all around it, there's fears and doubts and insecurities. And I'm not sure. And what if this doesn't happen? And what if and all that does is cause them to be anxious and stressed. And then they don't take any action. They don't do anything because they're freaking out about the possibility that it might not work. Let's take a look at the Ten of Pentacles in the near future. Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Cups, the Sun, and the Hermit. This person does have a lot of love for you. They do see this connection being long-term. You make them very, 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 very happy, but they have some healing they need to go through. They're almost like, this person has a lot of fears and insecurities that I don't feel like they're willing to look at, they're willing to acknowledge at this point. And they're not even recognizing that these fears and insecurities are what's actually holding them back from achieving this love and this happiness with you that they truly want. They're not seeing that quite yet. And I feel like it's going to take a minute for them to get to that position, but they will. They will if they actually allow themselves to look at all these fears and insecurities and doubts and why they have them in the first place. I do want to close off this reading and see what you need to keep in mind from Spirit. From the universe, you get Temperance, Two of Swords, Ace of Swords. Be patient. Be patient with yourself, or if it's with this other person. It's necessary to be patient here because this confusion is going to dissipate. Whoever is confused, unsure, afraid of making the wrong decision, afraid of making a move that might not work for them, they're going to get the clarity that they need in order to pick the right course of action for them. Not quite yet, though. Divine timing is at play. You just need to be a little bit more patient with this person because they need more time to figure out their shit. And they will. They will figure it out, just not quite yet. So, Scorpio, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here on the next one.